So I started a challenge the last few days to become my future self. That's going to be making 7 figures from 0 to 7 figures. And one thing that I noticed is I didn't have a plan. And that's kind of what said to me, I was like, future Dean wouldn't be doing this without a plan. So the last couple of days I've been working on my plan, like really working on it. And I also said to myself, I have to set aside time to work on what it is that I want to be doing with my future self. I watched a video on YouTube by this girl named Laurel Portier. She's very knowledgeable, by the way. And she said something, all problems are solvable problems. I watched this video maybe like 4 or 5 times that day. And I've watched it previous in the past and I saved it to my list. At first I didn't get it. But after watching it like 4 or 5 times the last couple of days, I was like, I had that aha moment. And I understood what she meant by all problems are solvable problems. The reason why a lot of us, especially me, we can't figure out the solution to our problem because we didn't try to execute first and come back to reevaluate what's working from what's not working. And she broke it down so simple where if you want to solve a problem, you need to get a variable. What's the variable that's going to constantly change? So for her, it was the amount of sales. And she broke it down to a science. That's why I love math so much, because once you figure out the numbers, it's easy peasy. So for her, she literally said, all right, once do it, try it out, give yourself like a timeline or like a window. So for her, it was like 90 days. So let's say you want to be consistent with making YouTube videos. Record all the process or everything that you do within the process of making the videos from start to finish for 90 days. After the 90 days, see what you were doing, what was working for you versus what wasn't working for you. And then figure out what's the variable that always changes or a variable in that. And then work on that one specific piece. Once you figure out that specific piece, then do it again for another 90 days. If that improves it, great. Now you can move on to something else. And you become more efficient over time. So I was like, that makes so much sense. So for me, I had to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, if I'm gonna do this 30-day challenge, how am I gonna do this for myself? What is it? What's the variable in this equation? So if you don't have any variables to start with, you have to start just doing the damn thing and recording yourself. So for me, this is like day 5. So I'm gonna say, okay, I didn't record 4 videos in between, or no, not 4. I think I got to day 3. I made a video, that's the first video I made. There was like 2 days I skipped. I gotta track what happened on those days, why I didn't make those videos. Now come back after 90 days and be like, okay, well, what was it that was getting in my way? You can do this for literally anything. Exercise, dieting, anything. Once you figure out what that thing is, that one thing, just one thing you need to fix, then you can go back out there and execute again. And I guarantee you will see results for yourself. You will see a change. Change doesn't happen if you don't change. Change doesn't happen if you don't do new behaviors. You're gonna see the same results over and over again if you do nothing different. So if you want change for yourself, make that change today. What is it that you're gonna challenge yourself to do? And if you haven't subscribed yet, that's one change you can make today, to become a subscriber. So that's one of the thoughts that I had today that I want to share with you guys, with me becoming my future self, and possibly you, if that's what you're doing as well, and you're just not watching this for entertainment, but you want to change in your life. Like right now, this is a change where I'm doing a daytime video, I'll post a nighttime video. Nighttime or daytime has way better lighting, I know, but nighttime, well, not nighttime, it's early morning time for me, is when I wake up, my brain's fresh and I'm ready to go. Times like this is when I'm in work mode, like on the laptop or whatever. So I don't really come outside. But today is the day I'm outside during the day. So whatever it is that you want to do, start with your plan first. I literally created a 90-day outline for myself. Now, it's okay if I if I don't complete something on that day. The challenge for me is not to let 2 days go by, because then that's when it really creeps up on you. For example, I was doing a 30-day Instagram post challenge. I got to about day 16, and when I had to post, time caught me, and I didn't end up making the post. And guess what happened? I let it roll over to the next day, and now we're on day 3 of not making the post. So these things do happen, but it's okay, because when you come back, you reflect, all right, this is my marker where things get tough for me. Between day 7 and 15 of being consistent is very challenging for me. So I got to figure out something. What do I do to make sure that I stay on track with what I'm doing? So for example, if it's posting every day, schedule the post. So batch create content, so that now instead of doing it every day, you create 1 week on a day, so that now you have it created for the whole week. You can do other things in between that time, so now you don't get really bored with it. So that's something that you guys can do as well. But yeah, I'm excited for this journey, and I can't wait to show you guys what I uncover in the next 30 days leading up to the 90, to the 180, to the 365, baby. But make sure to hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video.